Today we're talking about 10 exercises that people of all ages and fitness levels can do to stay physically active.
Right.
Welcome to Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Brad Wiener.
And I'm Dr. Paul Zalzo.
Paul, did you ever get this question? Someone says, I can't exercise.
Every single day, people tell me they can't do that.
Well, not up in here.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Not up in here!
Oh. Not up in here. We're going to give you ways that you can exercise, and there's no excuse not to be able to do these exercises.
Well, there are lots of excuses.
There's
we will accept none of them.
Excuses. We will accept none. We're going to, and then we'll tell you an exercise that you can do, and then you might think of why you can't do it, and we'll give you a backup about why you can do it modified.
Right. And this is the purpose of our channel. We're just trying to get people to live healthier lives, because I think medicine is finally starting to realize that it might be easier to prevent some of these problems rather than waiting and treating them. Preventative medicine and lifestyle modifications are thankfully becoming more popular because it's way easier. It's like saving for your retirement.
Right.
I say this all the time. If you make lots of little deposits your entire life, when you retire, you have something to retire on.
Yes.
If you start making deposits a year before you retire,
yes,
or when you're starting to face your own mortality, or you've developed some chronic illnesses, and then you start saying, well, now I'm going to start eating, now I'm going to start exercising, now I'm going to start prioritizing. Unfortunately, for some of these things, it's going to be too late. Like, we'll never say it's too late. You always have to make the changes. But unfortunately, the benefits that you can get by doing it earlier on pay much greater dividends, just like the miracle of compound interest.
This is probably why I'm not going to ever be able to retire,
What?
having
Why?
not done all those little contributions before.
Right. So you can use this financially or healthily.
While I don't
health-wise.
do it financially, I do it health-wise. So.
Okay, so number one is one of the easiest activities that you can do, and we're going to talk about walking. So walking can be all shapes and sizes. So typically, if you want to have increased health benefits from walking, you can do it at a brisker pace.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it on an incline, either on a treadmill on an incline or a place where there are some gentle hills.
Up and down the hill.
And the brisk part doesn't have to be all brisk. Some people will walk at a normal pace and then do a brisker pace and then go back to a normal pace. And then some people say, you know what? Thanks, docs, for the great tip. I have severe arthritis in my hips and knees. I can't walk.
Okay, so
So what I would consider doing is in a chair.
and just have everyone else walk by you. Is that what you're going to say?
No,
Oh.
but you can do the motion of walking while you're sitting in a chair. Sometimes can be uncomfortable if you have sore hips and knees, but still this will allow you to do something.
Right.
Improve your circulation, get your joints moving a little bit, low impact.
I love it.
There
We
you go.
were vacationing in the south of France in the summer.
Oh, nice.
Yes. It was my wife's birthday, so it was a special birthday, so it was a big family trip.
Okay.
And we were staying in a small town
Okay.
that had unbelievable amounts of hills in it.
Yeah, they were.
Oh my
yeah.
God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like exhausted just walking to get a baguette,
A baguette.
right?
Nice.
Because you had to walk up a big hill, down a big hill,
Yeah.
across a big hill.
Cobblestone.
Oh yeah. And even just out of where we were staying, there was a massive hill to get to the road from there. It is incredible the benefits of walking on an incline.
Please leave a comment if you feel badly for Dr. Zalzo that he had to walk on a little bit of an incline to get his baguette in the
saying-
south of France when he was on vacation.
I'm not saying
Okay.
pity. I'm just saying it was good. I think I came back. I lost weight.
Okay.
I came back healthier, despite all the croissants that I ate.
That's right. Active lifestyle.
Let's move
okay.
on.
Number two.
The next one you can do is cycling.
Okay.
So you can't get out there on your 10 speed on the roads.
Yep.
Stationary bikes. Stationary bikes are great. They get your heart rate up. They use a lot of your lower extremity muscles.
Yep. Low impact.
Low impact or no impact. Put the
Yep.
seat at the right height. If you have issues with your knees, I often tell people raise the seat. That way you don't have to bend your knee as much.
Yeah, a lot of people don't
Okay.
get that part. And just keep the resistance lower. Even doing
Resistance
high
lower.
pedal speeds and low resistance has significant benefit for you.
Right. And then you might say, oh, it's still straining. You can always try a recumbent bike. A
Yes,
recumbent
that
bike
reduces the impact.
reduces the stress on your lower
I
extremities.
do not enjoy the recumbent bike.
Really?
I feel like it's just kind of weird. You're
I
kinda,
like it. It reminds me of the big wheel I used to have when I was a kid.
Yeah, the
But
big
no, I
wheel.
do, especially if there's a TV in front of you.
Yeah.
Recumbent bike. I was on there 2 nights ago. I do it all.
You have a recumbent bike?
No, I don't. I was at the gym.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then they have a little TV there.
Look at
and
you.
sit there.
What are you
Look
watching?
at your heart rate. I don't know, like news or something like that. But then you take your heart rate.
Yeah.
And the recumbent bike I was on, you can actually put your Apple Watch, flash it against there, and then it starts getting all your data.
Yeah, a lot of them will have
Right?
Bluetooth connectivity.
And then it's telling me what zone I'm in.
Nice.
So I can and that gives you some sort of goals.
Ooh.
You know, I got to get to zone 3.
Leave a
I gotta get to
comment
zone
if you
4.
want us to do some videos about zone. 'Cause I think zone training is super interesting.
yeah.
And really becoming popular. And there's a lot of hard data about its benefits
And you
where
can
you
do
are.
high intermittent interval training.
Or
too.
hit.
Hit it. You can hit it, and you just go a minute, the first 15 seconds you're giving her,
Yep.
and then you go
Love
easy,
it.
right? And then you don't have to go for the whole half hour.
Okay.
So stationary bike, phenomenal way to get exercise.
Okay.
I must tell people in the office all the time to get on a stationary bike.
Yep, I do like the bike. I'd say the only downside is that unfortunately it's not weight bearing, but people are choosing it because
True.
they have difficulty with
Yeah.
weight bearing stuff. So you have to be cognizant of that.
Yeah.
And I'd say the same for the next one. I'm going to talk about swimming. Love swimming. So for a bunch of reasons. One, because the warm water often helps people get loosened up.
Yeah.
It is definitely low impact. Our bodies are more buoyant there.
Yes.
So swimming, a lot of people are like, you know what? I just can't swim. It's too hard to swim. I didn't grow up
Right.
swimming. I didn't go to swimming
Yeah.
lessons.
Yeah.
So you could do water aerobics.
Yeah.
Or you can even walk in the water. So these are all low impact activities, so very joint friendly activities. If you're moving, if you've ever tried to like even do some motions under the water, it actually takes a lot of force.
Oh,
You
it's
could
a lot of
actually
resistance, yeah.
move your joints through that motion,
Yeah.
where it's good on your muscles, which actually then pulls on your bones, so it can help your bone density that way. But it doesn't have as many bone density benefits as weight bearing activity. But swimming is a great option if you have access to a pool or a facility that has a pool.
One of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits is Martin Short on the synchronized swimming team, and he couldn't swim.
Yes.
He had water wings,
Yeah, he
and he
did.
still competed in synchronized swimming.
He did. I don't think he really did 'cause it was Saturday Night Live, but
Yeah, but it was very good.
yeah, it was very funny.
Okay. The next one is body weight squats.
Okay, squats, excellent
Oh my
compound movement, so good for you.
Holy cow! I was doing squats, I don't know, a few weeks ago with my daughter. She was doing them, and then
Yeah.
I like she has these little thin legs.
Yeah,
and
so
I
you took
could
off
not-
a bunch of weight.
Yeah, and then did mine. I'm like, whoa, I'm out of shape in the squats department. But you get better fast.
Some people would argue that if you did only one exercise, that maybe the squat is maybe the single best exercise.
So a lot of people do squats with weights, right?
Yep.
Which is very, that is a really good exercise. But
Yep.
if you're getting older,
Yep.
it's more difficult to do squats with weights. Just body weight squats.
Yep.
Can you use someone else's body weight?
Yep.
No, you got to use your own body weight. I
Yes.
guess. You got to use your own, right?
I guess you could have someone on your back if you wanted, but that would be
It'll
hard
look
to
fun.
do.
So
That would be difficult.
that's double body weights.
Some people that want to add weight would use a weighted vest, or you can have wrist and ankle
Yes.
weights, that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Body weight squats are just standing and squatting down, getting up again.
Yep.
That is a phenomenal exercise for your quads, your hamstrings, and it's a weight bearing exercise. That's not easy to do though. Some
Nope.
people can't do that. So
Agreed.
what if you can't do that?
Okay.
Just try your sit to stand
Oh.
out of a chair.
Yes.
Sit to stand out of a chair. That's using similar muscle groups. It's
Yep.
a lot easier. You got handles. Sit to stand. And I'm going to give you a hack here.
Okay.
Sit to stand test is
Yes.
one of the tests that the healthcare assessors will do like preoperatively or from a rehab point of view
Yep.
to try and predict how
Fit you
successful
are.
you'll be after surgery and how much extra help you'll need after surgery. They just do a sit to stand and time it. How long does it take this person to get up from a sitting position?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be able to do it 12 times in 30 seconds is I think the
Really?
measure. Yeah, and I think if it's less than 10, I think then that's a
Yeah.
sign of failing fitness or
So-
reduced fitness.
Study for that test. Before you go do that, just
Yeah.
do a bunch of sit to stand, sit to stand, sit to stand, and you'll strengthen yourself.
Other ways you can modify too is you don't have to go quite so low.
No.
You don't have to be like an Olympic squatter where their bums actually literally touch the ground. You think that guy's knee looks like it's gonna pop right out.
Yeah, what's that beside my, that's my knee beside my head.
Yeah, or some people say do a modified wall squat where you can lean up against the wall, squat down a little bit,
Yeah.
and then hold it essentially like a static.
Yeah.
We know that there's
Yeah.
there's good evidence to show that moving a joint throughout full range of motion is actually better for you, but static exercise also has benefit.
Never do that against a door.
No. Okay, so number 5 is seated or standing marches. So
Right.
marching is it's good for your balance because obviously intermittently you're on only one leg, which balance is really critical as we get older.
Yep.
As you lift your knee, if you lift your knee above a 90-degree angle, it actually mandatorily engages your core.
Yep.
So when you lift your knee up, you'll feel that your abs get tighter. That's
Yeah.
why probably all the soldiers have like six packs
Yeah.
because they're marching so much.
Never
If
seen
you
a
feel
soldier
like
six-pack.
standing up you can't do, you could also do a march in a chair. So again, lifting your leg up off the ground as high as you can and either holding it there for short periods of time or alternating. Great ways to engage your core and work on joint mobility.
Turn that keg into a six-pack.
There you go, nice.
I like it.
I like it.
Marching. You can play
Okay.
some funky music, throw a baton in the air, whatever you need to do. Okay, we did bodyweight squats, we did the marching.
Yep.
The next one that's easy to do is resistance band exercises. That's one
Okay.
of the ones I had written down.
Yep.
It's where you have a band, you tie it to a wall, door, tie it to something, or
Yep.
to the other arm, and just resist bands. You can do resisted bands with your arms, you can do resisted bands with your legs.
Yep.
And it's basically resistance training.
Sure.
The good thing about it is the resistance with a band pretty much stays constant,
Right.
right?
So you're getting concentric as shortening of the muscle and eccentric as your lengthening,
Yeah.
which some people would say eccentric should be about 3 times the length of the concentric.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So when you're doing a curl, 1 second up and then 3 seconds down, because
Yeah.
it's that lengthening where actually a lot of the building makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want instead of just trying to drop it again, letting gravity.
Yes,
do
or going
everything, control
fast.
it. Yeah. Now you might say, oh, I can't do it with the bands. It's too hard. You can just get lighter bands. There's different
Yeah.
bands that have a different. If you remember springs from physics, Kx,
Yes.
K is the spring constant.
No one remembers K
F
and the
equals
spring
KX.
constant.
So the
really?
force goes
Literally
up.
no one remembers that.
Force goes up as you distend more, right? F equals Kx, and X is your displacement. So the more you push, the higher the force goes.
Sorry.
And then you just get a spring, a band with a different K, a smaller K. So that means the force will be less. So just get a skinnier band.
Who are you?
Skinnier
Who are
band.
you? Cabin physics. The other thing that's nice about bands is that you can wrap them around your wrist. So if you have if
Yeah.
you have trouble with grip strength because you have arthritis in your hands or in your thumb
Yeah.
or something like that, you don't have to hold the weight or hold the band. You
Yeah.
wrap it around your wrist.
If
so.
you do tie it against something, make sure you tie it tight because you don't want that coming off halfway through.
Oh, mama. Okay. Are we on number 7? I feel like we're on number 7. Number 7 is step-ups. So step-ups are very, very good for you. So you could step up onto a step, like your stairs in your home. You could do it on a lower step, or you can just even step up in the air. But again, this is kind of like marching. But this is a really great way to engage your core, engage your quads, your hamstrings, going up and down the steps. And it's good for balance as well.
All right, I like it.
Okay. Number 8.
And stairs is that's another metric we use. How do you get short of breath when you go up a flight of stairs?
Sure,
That's
yeah,
a measure.
cardiovascular
We
measure,
often
yeah.
ask it. Well, how's your cardiovascular? Just one
Yeah.
very crude, gross way of measuring your cardiovascular health. So do you get short of breath when you go upstairs?
Yeah.
If you get short of breath going up one flight of stairs, that's not good.
No.
But you can get better by practicing.
Yes.
The next one was it 8? We're on 8 now.
I think yeah.
Tai Chi, yoga.
Yeah.
Sitting in a chair, do your Tai Chi. and
Which
yoga.
I didn't get Tai Chi, but it's making more sense for the mobility and the balance and the core engagement and the stress reduction. I
Yeah.
think, it's so good
And
for
stretching
overall
of the
fitness.
muscles is almost as good as strengthening the muscles. Too.
Yeah.
And nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong because any move you do, just say, no, that's part of the move.
I don't know that you can say that, but
Why? How are you going to know? It looks random.
I suspect people that do Tai Chi would say that it's not
Yeah.
random.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm not
ideally
talking
you
about
want
a
to
black
do.
belt Tai Chi instructor around, but if you're just doing it,
I don't think you get a black belt in Tai Chi. I don't think
they
you
don't
do.
use the belting system.
I don't think
Like other
so.
martial arts?
Leave a comment if you get a belt
you
in
know
Tai
anything
Chi,
about
but
Tai
I'm pretty
Chi.
sure you don't.
But I did know a orthopedic surgeon from out west,
Okay.
Calgary, I think she was, phenomenal orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah.
And she did incorporate a lot of yoga into her
Sure.
treatment plan with patients, and she
Oh.
thought it was great. And actually, when she retired from orthopedic surgery,
became a yoga instructor? Oh, no way.
that's your future.
I don't want to be a yoga instructor. I don't
Be a
like-
Tai Chi instructor.
I don't like
You
yoga.
might get your black belt in Tai Chi.
You don't get a belt in Tai Chi. Okay, number 9 is push-ups. So the first thing people are gonna say, well, I'm not strong enough to do a push-up. Well, first, if you can't do a push-up, you can do it from your knees,
Yeah.
which I think is more uncomfortable, potentially on your knees.
Put some
But
padding there.
An
padding.
easier modification to the push-up would be either like on a table or on the wall. So a
Right.
wall push-up, you drastically reduce the amount of weight that you're pushing,
Yeah.
allows you to do it in a controlled fashion,
Yeah.
and then you can slowly build up to doing either more reps or more angled down like the table of a lower or higher
Yeah,
height,
yeah.
depending on your
That's
your
right.
ability. So push-ups, great way to engage your core,
a
your
great
chest, your shoulder.
I like
It's
that.
free, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
Push-ups are a great one, but a lot of people are
Yeah.
not strong enough to do push-ups, so you can slowly build up.
Well, you don't do it anywhere.
But you could. I mean, you could do it. I mean, you could do it in a hotel room. You could do it on the
Yeah,
road. You could do it
but
at
you-
your house.
like
You could do it outside.
Yeah, don't do it in the grocery store.
Okay.
Don't do it in the shopping mall. You know, there's certain places you wouldn't want to do that.
It's 2025. You can literally do it anywhere. Who's kidding you?
Okay.
Number 10.
The next one is light dumbbell exercises.
Rude.
Okay. So anything you can use as a dumbbell, like any light weight you can use as a dumbbell. It's resistance training. It's like the
Yes.
bands, but now you're using a weight.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas the bands, the more you stretch that band, the force increases.
Yep.
With a dumbbell, the force stays the same, right?
Yes.
Because that is gravity causing
Yeah.
the force. That's resisting your motion. Same thing like you said, flex it and then relax it slowly because you're
Yep.
still getting the benefit when you're relaxing with the dumbbell.
Yeah.
And if the dumbbell's too heavy,
Just use a lighter dumbbell.
there you go.
Yeah. And if you feel like you can't hold dumbbells and you don't have bands, some people use wrist weights.
Use a pencil.
Yeah.
It's a really light dumbbell.
It's
The dumbbell, and the good thing about dumbbells is you can vary the weight, right? As you get better,
Yes.
you just increase the weight on the dumbbell.
But a lot of people, this video came out of a lot of questions and saying, hey, can you suggest some exercise? And I
Yeah.
think what happens is as we get older, we get less comfortable. I don't want to go to a gym because there's a lot of young people there and they're pushing a lot of weight and it's intimidating. So these are some things that you can do at your house with limited amount of equipment that can make a significant benefit to your generalized health. And we know that the more that you move and the stronger that you are, the higher the chances that when you fall, something bad's going to happen, the lower the chance actually that you're going to fall. So it has so many benefits beyond the obvious ones.
We're basically saying we're not going to accept any excuse you have that you cannot move, okay? Because there is motion you can do despite your restrictions.
Yeah.
And motion is exercise, and that's what we need you to do to stay healthy. It's been proven in clinical trials time and time again that exercise is good for you. It's non-refutable.
Agree.
It just is, and it's one of the easiest things you can do.
Now you know. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment about the type of exercise that you like to do to stay healthy.
And remember, you are in charge of your own health, and now you can see you really are in charge of how much exercise you do.
We'll see you next time.